here we go. Ali, 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 it's time to show. 'Cause we are the music, we are the sound, we are the heartbeats shaking the ground. Ali, 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 here we go. Man pa siya patay, isa pa pagpapalala. Kudu play hirap, hihay, banyak terlina. But you're mine, ya unsetan saya purang madrasya. It's time to show. 'Cause we are the music, we are the sound, we are the heartbeat shaking the ground. Ali, 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 here we go.
Living the dream, believe in the team. Nothing can stop me, I'm born to achieve. Believe the power you here to guide us. I'm pushing myself with the focus to be at the best. Got no time to rest, go beyond obsessed, go beyond obsessed.
Ali, 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 here we go. Ali, 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 it's time to show. 'Cause we are the music, we are the sound, we are the heartbeat shaking the ground. Ali, 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 here we go. Bên nhau vẫn thay để mình gì định vẫn bên cùng nhau thương nhau yên mà không tin không soi sao yên yêu yên lên yêu là năm mây mù đông yêu lên yêu lên it's time to show 'cause we are the music we are the sound we are the heartbeat shaking the ground.
And for the three iconic trophies in the footballing loving areas of Meghalaya will inspire the young generation. The state government for generously hosting the invited foreign team pro bono, reflecting their hospitality and global outlook for this beautiful state. Shillong will host 4 exciting teams this year. The Malaysian Services team, representing our valued friends from across the seas and adding international flavor. Northeastern United Football Club, the defending champions. Local and Rangajay United Football Club, another pillar of football in Meghalaya. All matches will be played at the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium, which has been so meticulously and painstakingly prepared for the occasion. The tournament kicks off on 26 July, followed by league matches on 29 July, 2nd, 5th, 8th and 11th August. Shillong will also proudly host one of the quarter-final matches, promising a high-stake football for the fans. And should one of our teams qualify for semi-finals, we will bring the semi-final match also to Shillong. The Indian Army has been synonymous with the Durand Cup for decades. Our association with the tournament is not merely organization. It's a reflection of the Army's core value of excellence in management, unbiased conduct, transparency, and strict adherence to timelines. The Durand Cup continues to be conducted on a no-profit, no-loss basis, ensuring that the focus remains purely on promoting football, fair play, and nurturing talent. We look forward to the people of Shillong and Meghalaya coming out in large numbers, as they always do, to to support the players and celebrate the beautiful game. With your energy in the stands and the dedication of the teams on the field, I am confident this edition will be a resounding success. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Was just telling me that we are a state where we love football so much. We are so passionate about football, and yes, that is true. And I really do believe that our state, the people of our state, are very, very passionate about football. Because I still remember the last Duran Cup that was held here last year. There was a lot of since the capacity of the stadium was just about 15 to 16,000. But whereas the public who wanted to witness this beautiful tournament came to about more than 1 lakh, where we were not able to accommodate each and every one of them. And there was a lot of, saying that the sports minister has taken all the tickets. But then, like I said, once again, since we are a state who really loves football, who was very passionate about football, so as a government, we are dedicated to ensure that we are being able to provide the best of the best for the football lovers of our state. With that being said, I still remember that if you remember in the last budget session, where our Honorable Chief Minister has declared that we will have one of the biggest, not the biggest in the entire country, but one of the biggest stadiums in a state with a capacity of 40,000 capacity football stadium, which will be there in Mokanda. And I still remember that the initial plan was to have a capacity of 20 to 25,000. But like I said, the Duran Cup has taught us a lot. Because after the Duran Cup, that we have seen that so many spectators have come out, so many football lovers, it was then that we decided that no, we should further, make it to 40,000 capacity. So that was the decision that was made. And I still remember after our Honorable Chief Minister has declared, there was a lot of saying that said that, this is all talks, that it's just for social media purposes, that the government is not doing anything, that it will only be left just by the laying of foundation stone and nothing will move forward. But then again, I say that we did not put any foundation stone, but the commitment that our Honorable Chief Minister under his leadership and the commitment of our government to ensure that we walk the talk is that the stadium that was declared is now in process, and in a few weeks the construction will start. So not only the stadium, but like I said, when we talk about football, as a state, I believe we will be one of the largest. We will have the most actual football turfs in the entire country. And the past, I still remember in 2023, I have said this to our Honorable Chief Minister, that it is my dream, it is our government's dream, that we become one of the best northeastern states in terms of sports. And in order to achieve that, of course, there's a bit of the government's commitment, but at the end, it's a collective responsibility that I believe. And with that being said, since Baham is here, he's also the president of the Meghalaya Football Association. We as a government are committed. We want that we should be the football capital of India. And of course, the responsibility is on us as a government. But I want to put that pressure on Baham as well, since he's the president of the Meghalaya Football Association. And I do believe with the collective work, the collective effort, this dream of ours that we can achieve. And not only in terms of football, but sports as a whole. If you look at it for the past 2 years, for the past 2.5 years, that our government has been here for the past, since the MDA ones, under the leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister, sports as a whole has grown so much in the state. Be it any sports. Recently, we just had the program where we distributed checks to all the associations. That has never been done in the entire country. This is a testament of the government's dedication towards ensuring that ensuring that we provide the best for the people of our state, for the athletes of our state, because we want to see sports grow as a whole. And I do believe that it is not that maybe tomorrow or maybe in 10 months or a year or two, but whatever we're doing now, I believe that in 5 years, in 10 years to come, the results will show. And it is not that we want to see the results tomorrow. Our main objective, our main goal is that we as a state will be able to produce Olympians from our state. That is a dream. Maybe, you never know in life, maybe the next year we might not be there, but then someday, later in life, when we sleep, we will remember that that was our time when we started all of this. And we are proud to see that one of our youth, one of our athletes from our youth has won Olympics and an Olympic medal for our country. That is our aim and that is our goal. So with that being said, there's so much that needs to be done. So I will not take much of your time. I would like to thank the organizing committee of the Durand Cup as well, all the stakeholders that and especially the Air Force and the Army.
The 134th Durand Cup, where we will be seeing one of the groups for the league matches which will be held here. There will be close to 8 matches which will be played in Shillong. And all this has been made possible because of the armed forces having selected Shillong as one of the locations, and also because of the hard work of the officials from the sports department, our sports minister, and all the stakeholders involved in preparing the venue, which I can tell you has not been very, very easy or very simple for us. I still recall last year, even to the last moment, we were still struggling to make arrangements because small problems kept creeping up. But our officials from the armed forces kept up their confidence, had the trust on our officials and our team. And our team also delivered by ensuring that they worked day and night. And we had a very, very successful season last year, where I can proudly say that Shillong was maybe one of the best hosts in terms of the field, in terms of the arrangements, and most importantly in terms of the fan turnout that was there. I can confidently say, if not the best, Shillong was one of the best locations, and I'm sure that many of the officials will agree with that. And I can assure you that this year also will be the same. We expect more response, in fact, from the people. We have more local teams this time participating, so that makes it even more, more engaging for the fans, the football fans of Shillong and of the state of Meghalaya. So therefore, we expect a huge turnout this time also, and we are making special arrangements to ensure that the JN Stadium, which may not have the necessary capacity to host all the fans, we are ensuring that this time the fan parks that we had created at the last moment last year, because we had a demand for 1 lakh tickets last year during the match in the semi-finals, and that time we could not host all the fans, and hence we created fan parks. But this time we'll ensure that we are able to create the fan parks in a much more better manner, in a much more better location, and so that the fans can actually enjoy every match that is going to be held here in Shillong. Friends, as you're aware that Durand Cup is of course a very, very prestigious tournament and a cup, and is the oldest football tournament in Asia, and as I was mentioning earlier, the 5th oldest in the entire world. and therefore it's a very, very prestigious tournament. And more importantly, as was mentioned earlier also, that it is not just about the sport, but really it is more of a tribute and a connection and our commitment towards our armed forces. And this is a tournament that connects sports with the commitment of our armed forces, and this is really what makes this tournament very, very special and very different from any other tournament. Host this, and we're very proud of our armed forces. And even in the recent months, we all know the kind of operations that were held during the Operation Sindoor, and the way our armed forces have made us proud and have really been able to give a very, very strong and fitting reply to the enemy. It makes us all proud, and therefore I take this opportunity on behalf of the citizens and the people of our state of Meghalaya, in the presence of our Lieutenant General as well as our Air Marshal and all the other armed forces, to let you know that we are indeed very proud of the service that you give to our as a nation. Friends, I also would take a few minutes to share, of course, our story of sports in our state, which has been something very special and very close to our heart. And the reason why this is so important is because we believe that sports is a very integral part of the upbringing of our youth, and a very integral part of the overall holistic development of our youth. And sports is very critical, keeping in mind that India being a young nation, and the Northeast and Meghalaya being even a younger nation, younger state compared to even the rest of India. And therefore it is absolutely necessary for our states to focus on youth-related activities, so that we are able to really encourage them, we are able to create the right discipline, the right character building, and keep them engaged in different activities. And therefore sports has played a very important role, and this entire thought process has driven the strategy, driven the policy and the actions that we have taken when it comes to sports. I'm very happy today that MSOA Working President is here, and he will share with you and tell you that the way government has supported sports in the last 7 years has been very, very, very different, and at a different level compared to what it was in the years before. Whether it is the support to the different associations, whether it's the tournaments that we are having, whether it's the Meghalaya Games that we are hosting, whether it's the investments we are making in the manpower, whether in the selection processes of ensuring that scientific process is used for building up athletes for the future. All of this is being done in a very, very strategic manner, with a goal, as mentioned by the Honorable Sports Minister, to be able to bring out athletes who can win medals in the national games, as well as win medals even in international games and Olympics also. So it's really that goal and that objective that is driving the different aspects of the programs that we have. In the last 7 years, you'll be very happy to know that we have almost about 215 different projects for sports infrastructure being implemented in the state as we speak. And this makes up for close to 70% of all the infrastructure that's available in Meghalaya. So in the last 7 years, close to 70% of the infrastructure for sports was proposed, created, and work is going on right now in the last 7 years of our government. And close to about 2,000 crores worth of sports infrastructures are being created. I'll just show you some pictures of coming up. So this is the stadium that our sports minister was mentioning to you just now. And this is stadium. The work has been allotted. The work will start, as mentioned, maybe in a week's time because of the rain conditions and all. But we expect that by 2027, we should be able to complete this stadium. And I would like to reiterate that this is going to be the largest dedicated football stadium in the country. Because other stadiums have got multiple facilities, this is a dedicated football stadium, and it will be, as of now, it is the largest football stadium, dedicated football stadium in the country. Next. This is a sports complex where we'll be having again state-of-the-art tennis courts as well as Olympic-sized swimming pool. And this again is about close to 201 crore project. Again for this, the LOA has been awarded and the work has started. We expect this to be completed again by 2027. Next. This is the JM Stadium. So this is what the next level of the JM Stadium is going to be. So we do expect to put up another level of galleries. You can see at the back also there is an indoor stadium that's coming up right at the back. The construction is going on right now. We'll be having indoor basketball courts, indoor badminton courts, many other facilities. It's about 100 crore project that's going on at the back there. We'll be creating, let's go back. Yeah, go back, yeah. This track that you're seeing out here, this also will be created very soon. This again we're doing because we believe that Meghalaya has got the altitude to have the high altitude training zone where we can have athletes coming from around the country to train out here. And so it's important for us to have those facilities. This track of course will be used for that also, but we need this for the national games also to be the practicing track for the national games 2027. Next. Yeah, this is the integrated, well we call it hospitality and sports because there is some hospitality aspect also. But as mentioned, this has got basketball, boxing, squash, table tennis. It's a 125 crore project, the one I was mentioning about. It's coming up behind JM Stadium. Next. This of course is our Tura TS Sports Complex. This is obviously, the three sides, the north, the east and the south stands are already done. But I also want to share with you that we've just finalized the work for the west stand also, where of course it was an old stand, it was an old stadium. We are now decided to break that and come up with a stand which can accommodate another 5,000 people. So therefore this particular stadium will become about 15,000, 16,000 dedicated football stadium. And the project at the back is the one again that's going on. It's again an integrated indoor stadium where we will have the swimming pool, we'll have badminton, kho-kho, taekwondo and other volleyball and other games that can be played in that. Next. Yeah, this of course is the current, this is YJ, sorry. So this is the YJ Stadium. This again was a 64 crore project. This is in Jaintia Hills. Again, our objective being that we should ensure that infrastructure comes out not just in Shillong or in Tura, but it should be holistic and it should be inclusive, and therefore infrastructure should come out throughout the state in different districts. So this is in Jaintia Hills, in YJ. Next. Yeah, so this is again in Tura because athletic stadiums is what we're focusing on. You'll be happy to know that these kind of athletic stadiums and synthetic fields will be coming out in every district headquarter. So we want this to be there every district headquarter, because again today our children are practicing on grass and not having the correct facilities. So we realize that, and under the leadership of our sports minister, who's been working very hard, as I mentioned, about 251 infrastructures are being created. Inclusive in those are these kind of synthetic tracks for athletics, which is going to be built up in every district headquarter. Yeah, this is of course a project, kayaking and canoeing. This is one area which you're aware that we won the maximum number of medals in the national games. So we intend to develop the infrastructure out here in such a manner. And this is one of the best courses, I'm told, in the country. And therefore we are keen to build this up and make it very, very good, so that in 2036, when the Olympics are held in India, we would want to be here to host at least 1 or 2 games. And we're hoping that this could be one of the games, because this infrastructure will be, as I said, one of the best in the country. Next. Yeah, of course, these are other potentials which are happening, as you know. Again, with the armed forces support, we are having a different kind of water sports activities which is being held in Umiam also. Next. Yeah, these are just some smaller projects. Next. It's just there's no. I just wanted to share with you, visual pictures are more impactful than speeches. So I just wanted to share and make you part of what we're trying to do out here and the kind of vision that which we're working with. Therefore, infrastructure is, in a very fast-paced infrastructure is being developed. But we also realize that it's not just infrastructure, it's the manpower. It's the specific, focus on different aspects of training and coaching that needs to be focused on. So in these areas also, the government is having multiple programs, as mentioned earlier by Sports Minister, that for the first time in the country, we as a state, we have taken the initiative to give funds directly to the associations so that they can prepare for the national games. In any other part of the country, during the national games, equipments, everything is bought by the state government and then given to the associations. Coaches are appointed by the government and given to the associations. But here, we are giving the money to the associations and allowing the associations to take the decision on what is best for them, which equipment is best for them. So that kind of support has not been given in any part of this country, in any state, and for the first time this is being done, and I'm sure that this will be a very, very big game changer, and the different associations will benefit immensely with this, and I'm sure that we will see results in the national games which will be hosted here in Meghalaya in 2027. Coming back to football, we are very happy also to share with you that apart from the large infrastructures coming out in the main towns and the cities, we are coming out with small infrastructures throughout the state. Close to about 50 artificial turfs are being, 25 are being constructed as we speak, another 25 are being sanctioned. So by 2027, we expect that we will be having 50 artificial turfs, football turfs in the country, in the state, which will be the highest any state has. And I'm sure that this kind of infrastructure will allow, different kind of development for the talent for football in different parts of the state. Clubbed up with this, we are also focusing on creating leagues at the district level, leagues at the block level, leagues at different village level, because we want to engage the children. The children should feel excited that the weekend is coming. There's a league match that's going to happen. I'd like to go and prepare and practice for that. And that's how the culture of sports and culture of football can be developed. It cannot be developed just by having, say, one tournament or one match in Shillong or in Tura. We have to go to the grassroots level. We have to engage with the children at the grassroots level. We have to have tournaments and leagues at the grassroots level. And that's this next level of planning that's happening right now. And the Honorable Sports Minister is working very hard on that. And once that kind of a culture is developed, I can assure you that we are very confident that Meghalaya will become the football capital and a football powerhouse in this nation. And this Durand Cup being hosted here is another testament to that. And once again, I would like to thank our Indian Armed Forces for giving the opportunity to the state of Meghalaya.
आया कि नहीं आया
Thank